I want you to start this deep dive by just closing your eyes for a second and picturing something truly surreal.
Hmm.
You see a tiny group of Buddhist monks. They're in their traditional robes, and they're walking, slowly and deliberately along the shoulder of a big, bustling U.S. interstate highway.
Right. And trotting right alongside them, I mean, step for step, keeping perfect pace, is this happy-looking, medium-sized brown and white dog.
Yeah, and not some specially trained service animal or like a
Right.
pampered show dog. This is Aloka, a former street dog, a stray from the chaotic roads of India who's become this accidental mascot for a global peace mission.
And that surprising image, that's really the core of our sources today. We've got stacks of material covering the extraordinary life and transcontinental journey of Aloka, who people have started calling the peace dog.
So our mission in this deep dive is to go beyond the heartwarming story, and believe me, it is heartwarming, and use Aloka's life as a powerful case study. We want to unpack what his journey tells us about the resilience, the intelligence, and the potential of the Indian pariah dog, the Indie.
Exactly. This story, when you really dig in, is proof that these animals, they just need a chance, a little bit of trust.
And Aloka has become the icon for that.
He really has. He's so recognizable with his brown and white coat, and you can see this in the photos. He has this perfect little heart-shaped mark right on his forehead.
Wow.
The monks saw something in him, gave him that name, and now he's become this quiet social media favorite. It's fascinating.
Okay, let's unpack this. We have to start at the beginning. And this journey, it doesn't begin on some quiet, organized trail.
No, not at all. It starts on the unforgiving, densely populated streets of Kolkata, India. Aloka was just another nameless stray. They think he was about 4 years old, just surviving.
Then that's a brutal life.
Incredibly harsh. I mean, you're dealing with traffic, disease, lack of food, just constant threats. He was completely unnoticed until a group of Buddhist monks started their long peace walk, a padayatra, across the subcontinent.
So what happened? Did he just follow them for a block, hoping for food?
Well, according to the monks' own accounts, he just sort of fell in step with them one day. It wasn't just about one person. He was following the whole group, the pack.
Yeah, he just kept going.
He just kept going. He didn't stop. This wasn't, a temporary thing. It was some deep, ancient instinct kicking in, telling him, these are my people now.
That is just astonishing dedication.
Yeah.
How long did he actually stay with them in India?
For more than 100 days, across India, covering massive, massive distances on foot. If you think about the heat, the terrain, the traffic, that's a feat of endurance few breeds could manage.
I think we need to pause on the one story that really defines his loyalty. This goes way beyond just walking with them.
Right. This was the ultimate test. For him and for the monks. Because Aloka faced this terrible hardship almost right away. At one point, he was hit by a passing car.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a tragically common thing. And then he got really sick from his injuries and just, exhaustion.
So the monks, being monks, they did the right thing. They didn't leave him.
Of course not. They put him in the support vehicle, a truck that was following the walk so he could rest and heal, take the easy ride.
But
Here's the jaw-dropping moment. Aloka refused it. He would not take the comfort. The reports say he actually jumped out of the moving support vehicle.
wait, what? He jumped out of a moving truck.
Despite being injured and sick, just to get back on the road, on foot, with the men he'd chosen to follow.
He rejected safety and rest just to walk through the pain. What does that tell you about his character?
It tells you everything about the indie spirit. He wasn't chasing comfort, he was chasing companionship, a purpose. And for the monks, that was it. That moment changed everything. They realized this dog wanted the journey as much as they did.
And that's where the name comes from, Aloka. It sounds so significant.
It is. It's Sanskrit and Pali. It means light, brightness, illumination, or awakening.
Wow.
So think about it. He's this former stray plucked from the darkness of the streets, and he literally becomes the guiding light on a spiritual journey. It's perfect.
So that first walk, that was just the start, the proof of concept.
Exactly. The bond was so strong, they realized his commitment, it transcended borders. So when they transitioned from India to the U.S. for their next big walk, the Walk for Peace, they brought Aloka with them.
And this is where it becomes a major logistical undertaking.
A huge one. This Walk for Peace, it's organized by the Huangdao Vipassana Pavana Center, which is based out of Fort Worth, Texas.
And the scope of this walk is it's massive. It started in Fort Worth, Texas in October 2025.
And it spans 10 U.S. states. We're talking about roughly 3,700 kilometers. That's 2,300 miles. on foot,
And how long is that expected to take?
between 110 and 120 days. They'll finish up in Washington, D.C. in February 2026. The whole point is to promote, peace, loving kindness, compassion. The walk itself is a meditation.
And Aloka is now the unofficial ambassador for all of it.
He absolutely is. He's the goodwill mascot. He's the bridge, really, between the monks and the American public. People see the dog
I
first.
can imagine.
Yeah, they stop to greet him, take pictures, and that just naturally leads to, so what's this walk all about? He kind of embodies the whole message.
But the logistics of keeping him safe over 2,300 miles, I mean, he's gone from tropical streets to a U.S. winter.
It's a huge challenge, but our sources are very clear on this. His well-being is the top priority. He gets regular vet checkups, proper food. He's often in photos wearing a cozy green sweater or red one, and always a neon safety vest.
Right, for visibility.
And everyone says he has this incredibly calm and patient nature, which is just remarkable.
And this whole journey has just created a social media phenomenon, hasn't it?
Oh, it has. His Instagram at Aloka the Peace Dog has, over 150,000 followers now? People track his daily progress on a live map. The comments are just full of people saying his energy is wonderful and calm.
That online reach is the perfect way to get to the deeper meaning here. Because Aloka isn't just a cute dog. He's a living symbol, sure, but he's also this quiet rebuttal to decades of stigma against Indian street dogs.
And that's the indie advantage. It's so important for people to understand these dogs aren't just mutts. They are a true landrace breed.
Okay, so break that down. What does landrace actually mean in practice?
It means they've evolved naturally over thousands of years in a specific area. They've survived purely because of their fitness and intelligence. They have a 15,000-year heritage in the Indian subcontinent.
15,000 years.
Yeah. Genetic studies place them among the earliest domesticated dogs on the planet. They predate almost all the modern pedigree breeds we know today.
So their genes haven't been messed with by humans for, like, a cute short nose or floppy ears. They've been selected by nature just for survival.
That makes all the difference. That's where you get the extreme resilience, the high intelligence, the adaptability. I mean, a dog that can thrive in the humidity of Kolkata and a freezing walk into D.C., they are genetically optimized to survive.
And historically, what was their role?
They had jobs. They were village guardians, hunting companions. They controlled rodent populations. Their relationship with humans was symbiotic, based on utility and respect.
And Aloka, he exemplifies all of this on his walk. We saw his toughness in India. Let's talk about the physical side of this breed.
Well, his stamina is just built in. Indies are lean, athletic. They have this incredibly efficient gait. So Aloka can cover 20 to 30 miles a day without the kind of joint or respiratory problems you see in so many purebreds. He is essentially engineered for long-distance travel.
And beyond the physical, there's the mental side, the emotional intelligence.
It's exceptional. Everyone who meets him on the walk describes him as meditative. He doesn't bark unnecessarily. He's watchful, loyal, but gentle with crowds. And that loyalty, it was chosen. He's completely focused on his pack.
He really is the ultimate example of potential just, being met with trust. He was struggling, ignored, and the second a few people saw him as a worthy companion, he rose to become this global ambassador.
That's why the image resonates so deeply. He embodies mindfulness. When we walk, we're worried about the destination or the past or the pain. Aloka just walks. He is living entirely in the step he is taking right now.
That's the deep spiritual lesson here, isn't it? I've seen people suggest that, in a way, the dog is actually leading them.
He is. He's a constant reminder that peace isn't about the absence of hardship. It's about meeting that hardship, a car injury, a cold day with steadiness. His very existence is a demonstration of that philosophy.
And the monks didn't try to change him. They just walked with him and offered him respect. And that unlocked everything.
That's the takeaway. Aloka's story changes the whole conversation around strays. It shifts the focus from, a problem to be solved to souls to be respected.
So we've tracked his path from a nameless stray in Kolkata to a global symbol of peace walking across America. And the core theme is so simple. What looks like a miracle is often just potential that's finally met with trust.
Aloka reminds us that loyalty, resilience, enlightenment, they don't require a pedigree. They don't require a privileged start. They just require a chance, an open heart.
So what does this story mean for you watching Aloka's journey continue? What other overlooked areas in your life or your community are just waiting for you to recognize their innate potential, that indie advantage, and simply offer them your trust? Something for you to mull over as you keep tracking the peace dog.